Welcome to Foodonomics. Today I'm going to show you guys how to render tallow. So I'm rendering this tallow today. I've already done this particular process one time, actually not a couple of times, and I've put it in the freezer to get these little bits out. I'm going to now put it into a pot. This is actually all of it. This is the part that's been rendered a little bit already. Like I already did this process once. And I also added some more suet in here. And I'm adding 2 cups of water. And like 3 tablespoons of salt. Honestly, it's okay to put extra salt just because the salt is what's going to take all the impurities down. And then you're going to strain it anyway. Then you just close the lid and let it simmer for probably like 2 hours, maybe 3. Not just simmer. I would put it on medium first. I bring it to a boil, put it on medium, and then I lower the temperature for a couple of hours. The reason is because you do want it to heat up and melt first. And because there's so much water in here, it's not going to be like, it's not going to pop and stuff, but you have to bring it down. And once the water reduced, I lined this strainer with some cheesecloth, and then I poured all of that into this bowl, which I have lined with wax paper. I normally would do this with parchment paper, but I ran out. And then I'm going to stick this in the freezer. It's going to separate from, if there's any water in there still, it would separate, and anything that's impure because of the salt that I've used, it's going to go to the bottom as it freezes. So this is sort of what it looks like a couple of hours in the freezer. The reason it's not flat and it's all dented is because I had closed it over with the wax paper. I'm going to transfer this onto a flatter wax paper to get things off of the bottom. There's still a little bit of the water on the bottom that didn't freeze, but if you can see, they were all part of a disc. I broke it up accidentally because of the way that I used the wax paper. However, if you see this little section over here, you'll see the bottom of the salt would have pulled all of the impurities to the bottom, and the bottom part of the disc would have like any of the impurities where you can see a little bit of brown over there. So you got to take those off, like kind of scrape it off like this, like I'm doing over here. Get those parts off. And then I'm going to repeat the same thing again a few times, and then to get all of the impurities off. And then this I probably won't need to do too many times. I will do it maybe one more time. I'll put it in the pot, boil it again, and then get rid of the impurities after it's frozen, and then I'll put it into a container. So I tried to pack this in as much as I can, and this is what I have. And I have some left still on the plate. For watching, please like, subscribe, and share.